yeah, let me go see if I can pull this up on a phone. Let's see, how are y'all doing? Yeah, we'll see. All right, let's go find. Is that it? It's not that one. It's this one here. And here's the live. And there we go, I can see it. Again, audio. How about audio now? There we go, yeah. Oh, it looks so weird. It looks so kind of really super cool. But it's something we're going to try. We're absolutely going to give this thing a try. Let's kick off the live chat part of this. Where? Yeah, I think it's just right there. You know, it's a test of live chat. And it sent it to a couple places. That is beautiful. I see it. All right, well, if anyone wants to join in, that's awesome. We're going to see if we can give this thing a whirl. We're doing this weird. We're doing this portrait mode. So you can kind of see we're giving this part a try just to see. We'll try this again another time in landscape mode, but right now we're just giving it a try portrait mode. You know, seeing what kind of things we can do in Aria operations and in this very, very, very narrow little size and scope. I wonder how this looks on LinkedIn. That would be, that's the other side of it. Our bitrate is high. That's something, yes, it's likely suffering under the pain of the bitrate. So with that in mind, we're actually going to go, and this is why we're testing, right? We're going to go and feed it into a wired connection. Hopefully this doesn't cause a problem. Let's see. That should not. And then it should stop complaining about bitrate or bandwidth and throughput. Let's see. What better way to test things than live? All right, that is the best way. Normally, we do moderate and throttle just how much throughput we happen to be passing through these kinds of things, but you know, we're giving it a little try. Yeah, we probably should throttle things. Let's go back. Let's hop into the land of OBS and let's see. Can I change it live? That's the real question. Whether or not I can change just how much I happen to be sending through on the output. Forcibly taking this thing down to like 3,000 kbps. We're gonna find out. If that thing drops over there on the restreamer, then we'll be set. If not, worst case, we stop the stream, we start back over again. It's nice that it does work, though. That part's kind of cool. All right, we are going to... Oh, cool. It dropped itself down. Now it's excellent. Hey, we can rethrottle that. That's really cool to know. So let's get back to what we actually want to be taking a look at here. Let's see. What kind of things can we do in this kind of mode? Right now, we're in Aria operations 8.16.1. You know, everyone's favorite VROPs. We're inside the environment overview V5 little thingy. I believe this was created by Brock section. Let's take a look at how our launchpad looks in this view. Launchpad's actually not bad, with the exception of this certificate expired message, which, whatever. But we actually can see most of our pillars. We have more pillars over here, which clearly, and I can go over here and, can I suppress this? No, I can only just go to it. But I'm able to pop into each of these other things here, so that's kind of nice. So I can look at our stuff like, you know, under infrastructure like vSphere and NSX and vCloud Director. I can get to my stuff under VMware Cloud Foundation, all the different VMware Cloud stuff, you know, native clouds, and then some of all these, I don't know, integrations and things like that. I know there's no one connected right now, at least seemingly I think there's no one out there, which is fine. I'm out there though, and that's important for me to be able to, you know, see my stream, make sure it's actually functioning, because that is really cool. Hey, oh wow, this other view lets me see it that way. So yeah, I'm able to see that secondary part of the stream. I'm not showing you that, but I could. Let me go actually kick off what it looks like on LinkedIn. That seems like that would be kind of cool. I'll go and take a look how it is perceived out in the land of LinkedIn. It's likely perceived a lot better in this mode. And oh my lord, that looks so cool on LinkedIn. It's just showing the top part of it. Can I click on it and it'll show me the whole stream? I see there's like 3 people connected on the LinkedIn part of it. That is super cool. A lot better in this mode. Oh, I gotta kill the audio for that. And oh my lord, there we go. Say hello if you're out there. So LinkedIn doesn't naturally pass through the restreamer for comments and such like that. So that's kind of cool. Just knowing that this exists. So all right, back to what we're trying to do here. What we're trying to do here is pop around and take a look at some things. And if anyone's out there, say like, hey, I'm out there. I was always wondering about this particular thing. I'm only going to be doing this for this test for about 10 minutes, so about maybe 5 more minutes of this, just to see how it kind of goes. The next time we'll do it landscape, but this time I wanted to try this portrait mode weird and wonkiness. So some of the, let me see, can I do this? Will this? No, that won't do it. It's in a different way that I can actually rebroadcast chat messages on screen. But if there's one takeaway we have from today, it is going to be, let's go take a look at what Automation Central looks like in this view. Oh, yeah, LinkedIn showed up over there. Let's see here. Do you see this? We'll see if that kind of thing pops back up. It's only sending it to Facebook and YouTube. It doesn't actually rebroadcast the message over to LinkedIn. So it operates on that one-way pathing. Kick does the same. Twitch doesn't. So different platforms will do different things. So yeah, here we are inside of Automation Central. And oh my, all the stuff we've got going on in here is so cool looking. That is just really cool with the amount of different jobs and schedules and stuff we have set up in here. It is truly really cool looking, because we've got all these different, let's go pop over to jobs. Let's take a look at all of our different jobs we have set up in here. We've got, okay, I guess it's just one. It's just one job. It shows up in a lot of places and does it. It looks really cool to me. But how to add jobs in Automation Central. We got our right size reclaim, our actions. Again, it's so weird running in portrait mode, but I'm okay with that. I want to at least talk about right size for a moment, because I need something to do in here. And the key part on this is there are 2 different right size type jobs that can and do exist inside of VRops, inside of Aria operations, inside of, whatever term you want to call this. And those are downsize, take something that has too many resources and reallocate them. And those are upsize, right? Scale up. But it's one or the other. It's not both at the same time. And why that matters is you don't have to be like, oh, you're just going to go and, up and downsize and make all these changes. The answer is no. No, we're going to do one based upon a defined scope, based upon whatever schedule we happen to have. Or we'll do the other based upon a defined scope and the schedule. And they can have the same scope. They can have the same schedule. But they have to be separate jobs. So if I were to say, hey, I want to, scale up undersized VMs that, need more resources, need more CPU, need more memory and such, I'll be able to go in here and say, hey, I want you to scale that up. I want to scale up CPU and memory. I understand that workloads may be impacted. Since it's scale up, it's less likely, but it's possible. So I define, I want to do these things. I check the box. I acknowledge. I then, I've got to give it a name. Scale up. Yeah, so that's the important part. I then select a scope to which to supply. So I'll grab like this particular vCenter, for example, and drop it over here. So now this is only going to scale up VMs that happen to reside within this vCenter. It won't apply to that vCenter, that vCenter, that vCenter. It won't apply to any of the other ones. Will only apply to this particular vCenter. And if I had any filter criteria that were to be like, hey, I want you to, I want you to filter out. I want you to not apply this to unless an object has a a tag that says upsize or something like that. I can go and do that. I'm not going to though. I'm just going to delete that part. But that's just knowing that it exists where you can do this kind of thing. Hey, we've got someone else on the Facebook. Sorry, the YouTube. So we're not going to actually set up any filter, but if we were to, or if we wanted to, we just as easily could there. So again, we've defined the scope. That's the easy part. We're going to do no filters on this, so that's also an easy part. And oh, let me go and delete this. Let me just no. I always forget that I can't. I make this part janky. I'll just say tag is yes is type not required. Okay. And then I define our particular schedule. Oh, did I make my? It's because I can't see it. That's my problem there. All right, I'm going to hit reset in a section of the screen that we can't see. There we go. Perfect. All right, so we've got our define scope. We've got our define size up thing, and I go and I set my defined schedule. So I'll be like, hey, I want to do this every week. I want to do this every. I want to do this every Sunday at 2 a.m. or something along those lines, right? Then I just as easily have that flexibility. Right, and now every Sunday at 2 a.m., if any VMs need additional resources, I can go and have this thing scale up. You'll note, hey, I'm getting a red error message there. Like, what does that mean? What that means is my start date is in the past in a way. Oh, let me go kill that too. So I've got to actually set this to, hey, let me go and set it to an actual start date because today didn't apply in the context of a Sunday. So making sure, get rid of your red stuff by, defining things that will actually work. If I was set to daily, I wouldn't be getting that red message, but in this case I did. And then I can just go click create and it'll go into the thing. Or go kick off a little preview scope and it'll be like, hey, all of these virtual machines are in scope. So if they happen to be undersized, this thing can kind of go and apply and do the thing to it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to save that. I'm going to just cancel that. But if I were to. Same kind of thing if I were to go and add a job for, say, reclamation, right? Reclaim, I'm a big fan of reclaiming. One of my favorite ones is deleting powered off VMs, right? And we'll call this like delete powered off VMs. And real simple, if the VM has been powered off for 90 days, right, go delete it, right? We don't need that. That's exactly that, right? If VM has been powered off for 90 days, delete that thing. Who needs that particular thing? Go ahead, click off my little next and say, hey, well, where are we at again? Like before, the scope. So I'll say, hey, any VMs inside of this vCenter here, right? ISV vCenter, I'd like you to delete if it's been powered off for 90 days. I could go in there and say, hey, if it's tagged as template or something like that, ignore, but I'm not going to go and say any of those things. And then, again, just as easy, boom, 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 go and define a schedule and set. Honestly, I'd set something like this to be daily, right? Every single day, go check if any VM's been powered up for 90 days. It has, excellent, go and delete that thing. You don't need it. Well, why are you even looking at that thing? That's kind of the catch on how those things kind of work. You don't need those things that have been powered off for 90 days. If you do, and you're like, no, I really do. I need that thing that's been powered for 90 days. Great. What's the threshold? Is it 120? Is it 256? Is it 356? 365? 366 on a leap year. Whatever happens to be, you set that parameter, set that thing, because it's only going to apply to the particular scope that you happen to define. Now, is it 120? Is it 256? Is it 356? 365? Because I reloaded the LinkedIn site. And you LinkedIn people, say hello. If you happen to be out there on LinkedIn right now, say a little hello. I will say, when it comes to this reclamation thing, we're gonna look at it through a slightly different angle from over here. We're gonna go pop over this little thing here on the side. We're gonna expand out. We're gonna go over to optimize. We're gonna go to reclaim. We're gonna look at it, but in the context specifically of the moment, at the moment. So I'll grab a rando data center. I'll grab this particular data center. And I'm going to go and look at my powered off VMs. Okay, this data center doesn't have any powered off VMs. We're going to go find one that does. Maybe this one? Nope. How about DC1? Nope. All right, test 1, 2, 3, test cluster. All right, that one's got some powered off VMs. Perfect. All right, so we're going to go and take a look at it down here. I'm going to go drag this thing back over this way. Make sure you guys are able to fully see it. How about that? That actually may work out much better. Let's reset studio mode. Okay. We gained a little black space on the bottom there, which is fine. But the key part here is we're looking at this data center and we're looking down here and we find, hey, there's a bunch of VMs that have been powered off for various periods of time, right? We're going to sort by duration. Maybe this template, okay, I don't want to delete this template, but maybe this thing here, it's been powered up for 385 days. And you're saying, well, I could have an Automation Central job, go and do the thing, go clean up, whatever. Maybe I want to go do something a little different right now, right? I can go select that thing and I can immediately delete it right now. I can. That's my luxury. That's my choice. I can. That's the best part. Is that's something you can do at that moment. Maybe I want to, I can certainly export a list of those, but maybe I want to schedule that. While I could have used Automation Central to say every single day, any VM that's over 90 days, go and delete it. Maybe I'll go in here and say, okay, this one, all right, excellent. I'd like to schedule this action for, I don't know, this weekend. Let's go and say this weekend at 12 a.m., I want you to go and delete this thing. We'll say delete this VM Sunday. And I can go and create that, and then on Sunday, that VM is going to go and delete itself. And what's nice about that is I don't have to go and pop into somewhere else. I'm able to do it all right here from this single view. And the one nice little option, so if I want to say, you know what, okay, that one I set the schedule, but this one here, Windows 2019 template, it's got the word template in there. No, exclude that. I don't want you to be showing that to me in my list. We can just as easily exclude it right there. I want to note this, and this is important. If you're using the Automation Central and you have it say, hey, any VM that's over 600 days old, I want you to go and delete the thing. You can, unless you have an explicit filter specified to say ignore things that have the word template in their name or tagged with template or something along those lines. It will delete that one because even though I'm excluding it from this view here inside the reclamation for, powered off VMs, it does not exclude it from automation policy. So that's important to know because otherwise you'd be like, where did my template go? So that's a really special thing to know. And then one extra little important thing is if you want, you know what, I want to go and review this list. We need to get this through ahead of change management or whatever. You can just go over here and hit export all, and it'll drop it out to a CSV with all the important information, so you can go and hand that off to your, have it part of your change management board review or whatever the case may be. You've got different options because it'll just be a little CSVs. You can go and review that type of stuff. So this is just all we talked about was reclaim at this moment. Reclaim and a little bit of right sizing in the context of directly doing these pieces and doing in the context of Automation Central. I'm going to wrap this test video up for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this, little foray into this experiment. It was cool to see a bunch of you show up on LinkedIn. That was awesome. It was cool to see a little bit of you show up on YouTube. And honestly, I don't know if anyone showed up on the Facebook side, but that's okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'm going to end this stream here, and we'll check us out next time. We'll try to do landscape mode so we can see a lot more space. So definitely, let us know if this is something you'd like to see more of.